amazing people? Welcome back. Live to Inspire podcast. As always, yours truly, Dave Coleman. Today, episode 27. And this is, I've had a few conversations with people about this. Again, I had a sort of premonition the other day. I want to talk about goals versus dreams. So, I don't really remember how this sort of came about, but for me, unpopular opinion, dreams are better than goals. Like, I don't think you should set goals. This is my own sort of thought process for this episode. Goals are not especially helpful. This is, again, stay with me. Goals are not especially helpful, but your dreams are really, really powerful. So, the reason this came about, I was thinking about my journey to the Olympics and sporting endeavours, and a few of my friends doing some amazing things in their sporting careers, past and present. A couple of my mates rowing around Great Britain, toughest rowing race in the world, 2,000 miles around Great Britain. Yours truly and a team of 11 others going to be trying to push a sled 125 kilometers over 24 hours, effectively accumulating in excess of 800,000 kilos. People doing all sorts of weird and wonderful things, and for me, that's where the goals came in, or not having goals, because after my time at the Olympics, where I was a spare for the British bobsleigh team, it became apparent almost instantly, almost overnight. Got off the plane, it was all great. Go back home, and then you wake up the next day and it's like, well, what do I do? I've reached my goal of going to the Olympics, and that was it. It was just finished, and that was what I did. And then you go, well, I'll set another goal of going to 2 Olympics or whatever it was. So for me, goals, this thought process, I've done a bit of homework, so again, bear with me with this episode. Goals aren't that helpful. Dreams are really, really powerful and really, really key. And on that, dreams are something that you create in your mind that can take any shape or form. Doesn't matter. Whereas goals are pretty much based on taking action. So when we're talking about goals, we like to do goal setting. It's really, really popular and can be quite powerful for the right person. Some methods that can be used would be the FIT principle. So whatever the target is, you want to take into consideration things like the frequency, the intensity, the time, and the target. So something to think about with those, if you are thinking of setting a goal. Quite often the main one that people use is the SMART principle. So specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time focused. Some people like to use SMART-er, so they would evaluate and review. Again, another sort of process for setting goals and reviewing them and targets, etc. When I've gone on this process, or in the past when I've gone on this process, it's very common people like to score things out of 10, as you would. Just sort of an innate thing that we do and we're brought up with, is score out of 10, how do you feel? And how far along your journey are you to achieving your goal? Now, most people, due to some social conformity and social acceptance, I think people would not want to say, oh, I'm 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 towards my goal. Most people would say they're normally around 4, 5 or 6 out of 10 because of this social conformity and a sort of desire not to come across as arrogant or overconfident with things. So working with a coach, we decided to change this to scoring it out of 5. Now, we used this when I was throwing a discus, just purely on the basis of this. If you're a 3 out of 5, right, and you think three is the middle, right? If you say 1 to 5 and you go, right, well, I'm a 3 out of 5, or that throw was 3 out of 5. 5 is the best you've ever done in your life, and 1 is just rubbish. So if you say you're 3 out of 5, the question then is, what do you have to do to make that 3 now become a 4? It sounds really simple, right? And it's just you going up one number, but the reality is that one number is actually 20%. And 4 is then a lot closer to 5. So the rate of progression is better, and it also makes it harder, right? So the equivalent of a 3 is a 6, yeah, out of 10. But if you went from, a 6 to a 7, you can work with that. But if we go back to the score out of 5, if you went 3 to 4, you've now gone from a 6 to an 8 is the equivalent. So the rate of progress is massive, and it creates a much better adherence towards your goals. So it's a potential tactic or method that you could utilize. Score yourself out of 5 rather than out of 10. It just avoids people sitting on the fence and not really taking much action around their goals. So like I said, I sort of want to focus on dreams, and it's a debate. I post it on social media, and it's almost a split decision. Quite a few people say, or the majority, would say that goals are more powerful than dreams. I want to argue, an unpopular opinion, dreams are more powerful than goals. So let me know your thoughts. I'm just going to put it out there. There's no right or wrong with this. It's just, I'm going for the unpopular opinion approach. So, like I said, goals will have an ending. They can be objective, quantified, and they can be completed. So that's one of my things, the major factor why goals aren't really that important. Whereas your dreams can be as big as you like, right? So you create your dream in your imagination. It's often related to your future. It's something that you wish and hope that you could achieve someday. Okay, it's an aspiration rather than something tangible. And the power of it as well. Dreams are something that can light you up. Dreams can be really, really empowering. They can motivate you. They can stimulate you. They give you more energy, and you can get excited for what the future can bring. And a place in like a far off land, right? I never imagined in my wildest dreams, as people say, that I'd be an expat. I never ever even thought about that possibility, and now I'm here. So your dreams can become a reality. It allows you to make what seems impossible become possible. And just to, it's like I said, bear with me. Dreams and goals are often really confused because they do come across as quite similar, which is totally understandable, right? You want to achieve something, you could argue that that's your goal. You want to achieve something, you could argue that is your dream. So many think that goals are like dreams and what you want to accomplish someday, i.e. something in the future. But the big factor is, with goals require you to take action, whereas dreams are so far in the future that you can sit around, you can daydream, you can dream as much as you like, and there's never really a huge amount of tangible action. So, now placing the argument, you need to have goals as stepping stones towards your dreams. So this is the catch-22, right? I don't think goals are important, but you do need them in order for you need goals in order to achieve your dreams. But how do you know what the goals are if you don't have the dream in the first place? So it's like the chicken and egg, right? Without goals, your dreams will just stay as a wish, and they'll just stay as dreams and hopes and thoughts without any chance of them ever becoming a reality. So that's where the goals, like I said, will feed in to the dreams. And they can take you on a path to make your dreams become a reality. So I'm still going to stay with this just because I'm trying to provoke thoughts and ideas for you guys listening, if anyone's listening, as always. So like we said, goals are something that you act on, whereas dreams are something that you can create in your mind, and they can take any shape or form. And that, like for me, I think that's so important. Make your dreams as big as possible, even if they seem absolutely ludicrous to you, even better. Okay. So take action for goals, but make your dreams really, really big. Like I said, goals have deadlines. So, like I said, the prime example, the Olympics, it could be a job application. Okay, that has to be in by X date or time or whatever it is, or a completed task, whatever. If you've got to get on an aeroplane, it has to be done by that point in time, and that is a goal, and that is very, very set. And there are obviously moving goals, but that can then create an element of uncertainty and mental stress, which we obviously want to try and avoid. There is a price for having goals, and that is that they require hard work. I've used it a lot with my friends recently. Some of them have been selected to compete at the Athletics World Championships in Oregon, and I've said, it's an amazing achievement for them. I know some of them, they've got kids and they've been training and working and looking after kids and spinning all these sorts of plates. And I genuinely, I would doff my cap to them, because hard work pays off. And like I said, you have to have those dreams. Without the dreams, they're never going to become a reality, and you're just going to be floating along. So you do need to work hard, right? If you want to make your dreams become a reality, put in the graft. So a slight sort of argument for dreams. Dreams are a form of inspiration, right? They can stimulate you, they motivate you. Like I alluded to at the start of the episode, that they can be really empowering, they can give you a lot of energy. And more than that, if other people around you have massive aspirations, massive dreams of whatever it is, whatever success looks like to that person, it can rub off on you. It can be really, really infectious. I know I've spoken to a few guys where I've been playing rugby recently, and their dreams have almost rubbed off onto me, and I'm like, yeah, I can do that as well. And now I really want to make that become a reality. So we're, between myself and a few others, we're working towards making this dream become a reality. And when you keep having that imagination, it becomes really powerful. And it's like an affirmation. If you look at it and you see it and you visualize it and you talk to people about it, it becomes more and more real. Then it becomes tangible, and then that's like I said, it's inspiring. So do have dreams. By all means, dream as much as you can. Dream big. So it's a sort of a ramble as always, but I've got some questions that I sort of found on the internet, which I found quite thought-provoking. Do you find yourself thinking of your future in more specific terms rather than thinking up someday? So like, do you set yourself a solid accomplish by date? Obviously, if you do, then that's more goal focused. Whereas if you're thinking really further into the future, then you're probably dreaming about it, right? Do you ever write down what you want to accomplish in order to make them stick? So like I said, I normally have my phone by my bed. I guess most people do. It's on charge. And whenever I have these thoughts or premonitions, don't know what you want to call them, they come to me in the middle of the night, and I just have a brain dump, roll over, phone, straight onto notes, boom, and I write these ideas down. So the dreams are then becoming a reality, really, because otherwise I'll forget them. And then if you do write them down, do you then revisit them? Because now I found sometimes when I do write them down in the middle of the night on my notes, I wake up in the morning and I'll look at them, I swear I wrote something down. Look at it on your phone, you'll be like, that is an absolutely amazing idea. That dream, yes, I'm working on it. Like, you'll be surprised how powerful your brain is. Do you allow yourself to go on exciting adventures in your mind? Right? I know Again, mention it far too often about sleep, but there's loads of sleep inhibitors, right? If you have caffeine, it's got a half-life of 6 hours. If you have coffee in the evening, say, I don't know, 6 p.m. and you're in bed at 10 p.m, the caffeine will still be in your system until midnight. And that's just a half-life. Your body's still going to be digesting it. So there's loads of little factors like that: alcohol, caffeine. Some types of dairy as well can have an impact on your sleep, and obviously gut metabolism, gut and brain have a really strong relationship, as I mentioned previously. So think about what you're eating, what you're consuming in terms of how you sleep, and then that can then in turn obviously have an impact on your dreams. There was I think it's an old wives' tale where someone said, don't eat cheese before bed, otherwise you'll have nightmares. Don't know if that's true. I think the same might be true for red wine. Again, let me know. Last few, do you prefer getting lost in your big dreams, letting them grow and change as you do? Do you allow your thoughts to wander and create a future for yourself far from your reality? I think that's really, really powerful. So a few kind of questions there just to, I don't know, maybe provoke some thoughts, some ideas in your brain and wherever you're at, I don't know. But as always, I'm trying to do this more now, and I do thank you for being patient with me and tolerant with me for my, I want to say lack of professionalism with this podcast, but I'm doing my best, right? So thank you. I've got 3 top tips. Always want to try and include some tips, some advice for you. So, alluded to previously, create some sort of vision board. Wherever your dreams go, wherever they take you, if you can get an image, a statement, some sort of written affirmation, create a board, a picture board, pin board, chalkboard, I don't know, stick it on your fridge, anything like that. Loads of little bits to stick them up there, because the more you see them, the more they become a reality. There's quite a popular Stoic quote: what stands in the way becomes the way. The more you see it, like I said, the more you're looking at it, the more it's in your way. Literally, you see it every day. Oh, there's that dream again, the dream again. You always see in the dream, is at some point, it's going to become the way the which you're going to have to go. So create some sort of visual reminder of what your dreams are and where your goals are. Second point, nurture your dreams. So it sounds like a weird one, but when you do have a dream, like, embrace it. I know some people have dream catchers. I apologise, I have no idea how they work, but I think they look great. They're kind of interesting. So yeah, but like, don't suppress your dreams. It sounds weird, but like, if you've woken up or you're having this dream, and sometimes you can stop yourself, you're like, what was I thinking? Where was my brain going on that one? That dream was really off the chart. Embrace it. Like, your brain's being creative, your brain's being imaginative, and could that dream become a reality? Who knows? But don't just write it off as being something completely farcical. Like, if you've got that dream, there's going to be some sort of external stimulation that's given your brain an idea somehow from somewhere. So nurture it, embrace it, build it up, solidify it, create like a Pinterest board or something like that. Again, links in with the visualization one, so you can see it, it's there all the time, and get excited about it. The last one, again, it sounds weird, but allow yourself time to dream. Like I said, there's daydreaming. Some people daydream, some people, I know I'm sure we've all had really inconsistent sleep at times, right? Sometimes you can be up to 3-4 times in the middle of the night for whatever reason. Other times you might sleepwalk. Sometimes you might be in the deepest sleep you've ever known, and you'll wake up dribbling, all sorts of crazy stuff, right? And then someone will ask you how you slept, and you'll be like, I genuinely don't even remember going to sleep, because you were that tired and you're that out of it. Your brain hasn't got time to create any sort of imagination or creativity. it's just gone into shutdown mode because your body needs some rest. So again, like I said, external factors, allow yourself time to dream. Don't be afraid of it. Dream big, dream big. I'm so passionate about it that I confess, like I said, the chicken and egg thing, right? You need to have goals to get to your dream, but you need to have a really big dream in order to then reverse engineer the process to set your goals. So it's 6 of one, half dozen of another. But start with the dreams. Whatever you've been dreaming about recently, talk to someone about it, embrace it, see where you're at with it. If your dreams are big, then your goals will be big, and then you can just keep going like this until you get onto those micro goals, and you can go, right, I'm now 1% closer. All the time you're achieving your goals, you move on to the next one. So it's kind of like a stepping stone. I'm really interested to see people's views, people's thoughts, any comments. Are you a big dreamer? Are you a big achiever? Have you got big goals, big ambitions? Where you at with it? Let me know. Just don't be afraid to dream. Dream big, dare greatly. So thank you for being patient with me. Like I said, being tolerant, listening to my content and my random ideas that come into my head from God knows where. But remember, we will get there. If not immediately, eventually. See you soon.